What is going on, everybody? Jay here from Maji and Jay. Today I got the unboxing and the quick hands-on of the new Asus Zenfone 3 that I purchased from eBay for $309 US. I know that this phone was announced to have a price point of about $199, but keep in mind that this seller in particular is including free fast shipping. I got it only in 3 days directly from Taiwan to the United States, and also they're getting charged some eBay fees and PayPal fees, so it is understandable that they will increase the price in order to make a little bit of profit. So getting a look here around the box, we can see that this is very simplistic. We don't have a lot going on. Now keep in mind that this is the basic model of the Asus Zenfone 3, as there are 3 different models available. First of all, we have the base, then we got the deluxe and also the max. And the difference is quite dramatic from each one, and also the price difference is going to be dramatic as well. So here we can see that again it's quite simplistic. On the back we only have some of the information for the product and whatnot. So getting a look inside of the box, we're going to find the device itself. It comes very nice and well presented, as we can tell. And getting a look underneath the cover, we're going to find the fast wall charger, and here we can see the information of it. And let me tell you that I tested it and it didn't disappoint me a bit. So setting this aside, our next item here will be some earbuds for your earphones. We got the USB Type-C cable, and as we can confirm right there, yes, it is the USB Type-C. Very cool. And lastly, we're going to have the earphones themselves, and as we can see, they look very simple. And to be honest, I didn't test them because to fold this back in here is quite hard, so I just decided to leave them brand new. And we can see that they even include the Asus branding. So inside of the box we have nothing else. So now let's check the phone itself. So now that we got everything set aside and ready to go, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the product here itself. And first of all, this is the model ZE520KL. It comes with 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB of internal storage. It has a 5.2-inch display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 with 401 ppi. It has the corning Gorilla Glass number 3, and as you guys can tell here from the edges, it does curve out a little bit because we do have a 2.5D art screen, which is really nice, and it makes the device look elegant and easy to grab in the hand. It has the Android Marshmallow 6.0. It comes with the Snapdragon CPU, which is the 625 octa-core clocked at 2.0 GHz. It has the Adreno 506, and if I forgot to mention, it carries the UI from Asus, which is the ZenUI 3.0. It does support expansion for memory up to 128 GB other than the 32 that you already have built in, which is really nice. And overall, guys, the phone feels very nice and well built. On the back here we have a 16 megapixel shooter with optical image stabilization, laser focus, fingerprint scanner, and also we have here the Asus brand, which makes it look very nice. And like I said before, this is glass, so it feels very nice and elegant. Now I have to admit that the glass is a fingerprint magnet. To be honest, as you can see here, I had it cleaned up and it got fingerprints out of nowhere, even though my hands are clean. So just make sure that you get ready for that. If you guys don't like the fact that it gets a lot of fingerprints, then just get a case or maybe a protector, and that should resolve the issue. So getting the phone started here, we're going to be greeted with the Asus logo. It says "In search of incredible, powered by Android." While this boots up, let's go ahead and talk here about the physical aspects of the phone. On the left hand side here, we're going to have the SIM tray, which is a dual SIM, dual standby device, and supports 4G LTE here in the United States, which is really nice, even though this is a Taiwan model. Or let's say this is not the international model. It also supports the TF cards, as I said before. Now, the only catch is that if you have a nano SIM card, you can't really use the TF card upgrade. You will have to upgrade or actually increase the size to a micro, so that way you can install the SD card. Keep that in mind. Towards the bottom side there, we have the USB Type-C together with the speaker. Now, something that I like about this design that is different from others is that the speaker grill is actually a true speaker. Unlike other models, they make 2 of these, and one of them is the microphone and the other one is the speaker, and you really don't know which one is which. With this particular model, they had corrected the issue. On the right side of the device, we have the volume rockers up and down together with the power key. Now, if you guys know me personally, you know that I prefer the buttons to be separated. For example, the power key to be on the left hand side and the volume rockers to be on the right. That would have been much more of a preference for me. On the top there, we got the 3.5mm headphone jack with the secondary microphone. And then on the back here, as I said before, we had the camera, the laser focus, the dual tone LED flash, the fingerprint scanner, and the glass, of course. So here we are now greeted with the lock screen of the Asus Zenfone 3, and we can tell that it looks very clean so far. We do have some toggles on there to go directly to a phone call, messages, or even the browser. Now on the upper left hand side corner, you guys can tell that I have already connected my T-Mobile SIM card just to test and see if this was going to support 4G LTE, and I'm lucky to say, guys, that yes, it is supporting all the bands and also with AT&T. Something that a lot of you guys are looking forward to, especially in the United States. So on the back here, I want to show you quickly the nice feature of the fingerprint scanner that I have already set up. If you guys touch it while the display is off, it will wake it up for you and take you directly here to the home screen, where we're going to find the remaining of the application that comes with the device, and of course I have already downloaded mine. So getting here into settings, we can see that they are quite basic, but we do have some extra ones on there by Asus, like Asus cover for any case that you get with a smart screen or whatever the case may be. We also have here send motion to do gestures on your device by answering phone calls and whatnot. Now something that I did like is that with the fingerprint scanner, you can also answer phone calls, and you can also shoot pictures directly from it. Again, these are very common features on the higher end devices out there that cost a lot more money, I would say. So here we have easy mode, very common on the ZenUI. You got kids mode. This was introduced first, I believe, by the Samsung Galaxy S5 a few years ago. We got here language and input. It comes with a whole bunch of them, since this is from another country. I believe it comes with like 40 something languages available on here, which is another plus for the product. So here we got the information of the phone with the Android version, the 6.0 Marshmallow, and it's working flawlessly. So far I haven't seen any lag. And to be honest, I haven't downloaded any major applications on here, just some of the benchmarks, which here we got the Antutu benchmark, just in case you want to check it out. I got a score of about 60 something thousand. It fluctuates a little bit, here and there. So here we have the current score that I got right now. Okay, and also I got the rankings. This phone, I believe, is just underneath the iPhone 5s, and there we have it. Okay, so I mean, it's not a super phone, guys. This is considered a mid-range device. You're not buying a flagship, but for the price, I think it's reasonable. I mean, pretty soon it's going to go down to probably the $200 mark, especially when it gets sold by GearBest and other great websites, Banggood. We have this Coolie Cool and other websites that will sell it and probably provide a lot of discount for it. So far, I have to say that, again, it's very stable. I also kind of tested the camera a little bit, the 60 megapixel shooter on the back, which is able to record in 4K. As a matter of fact, if you guys allow me, I would like to show it here to you. This is the front facing camera. So if you go here into settings, we go into videos, we go into video quality. There we can see that we can go up to 4K in recording. Now the only catch here is that if you do change it to 4K, you will lose the optical image stabilization. As a matter of fact, if I do it right now, you're going to notice it yourself. There we go. And it doesn't tell you because it already warned me one time, so I guess it's not going to do it again. But yes, it does change the optical image stabilization, so for that reason I left it at full HD for now. And also the front-facing camera has the ability to record in Full HD, which is something very rare on a lot of smartphones out there. Let me go ahead and flip it around. Let's go here into settings. Let's go into, if we change it here into video, we go back again into settings, we go into video quality. You can see that I have it in Full HD, and I did test it and it did very, very well. The GPS and all the other functionalities like the Wi-Fi, the 4G connectivity, everything is doing quite well. As a matter of fact, I do have here my little GPS tester to show you briefly that the phone is supporting everything in the United States. Now, the only reason I'm doing this, guys, this is a decent device, but the only reason I'm testing the GPS and the 4G connectivity is because we know that this is coming from another country, so I wanted to make sure that everything was working properly, and yes, it is. Another positive point that I would like to talk about this device is the fact that the phone calls are great, the call quality is tremendous, the ear speaker is super loud, as well as the loudspeaker on the bottom side, which we're going to test later on the full review. But for right now, I would like to give you a little bit of an overview so that you have an idea. So for that, let me go ahead and dial real quick here, 611.
T-Mobile. How can I help you today? You can say anything from representative to how many minutes do I have to make a payment. So briefly, Tell me the reason for your call.
So now that we witnessed the ear speaker quality on the Asus Zenfone 3, I went ahead and disconnected from the Wi-Fi so that you can see that yes, I'm getting 4G LTE connectivity even though we don't have the LTE symbol on there. I went ahead and did my own speed test outside on the road and I got 51.9 megabits of download speed. Now inside of the house I get 24. That's because my reception here or somehow T-Mobile doesn't have a tower nearby me, so you can see that that's the same I get here with my Samsung Galaxy S7. But again guys, it does very well when it comes to the connectivity of the internet. Everything works flawlessly. I don't have any issues. The browser is Google Chrome, so it's very smooth. The messages are also very nice. As a matter of fact, I do have here the UI to show you. This is how it looks like. Okay, very common, nothing too special. Now something that I didn't like so far about this device, I think I said this before, is the fact that it comes with a lot of bloatware, a lot of Asus applications. As a matter of fact, we do have here a few. Some of this stuff guys is not needed and I have deleted a few, but some of them are installed on the operating system like mini movies. You also have here photo collage and all those things we don't need, and they're just occupying space inside of your RAM and also inside of the device system. So rooting this phone would definitely be a tremendous idea. So with this being said, I think I have said enough for the hands-on of the Asus Zenfone 3, and don't worry guys, I promise you that I will bring the review of this particular model just because of the fact that it's so cool and so affordable at the same time. I think it deserves a very nice review. It's going to be detailed, so don't expect anything short. For short, I guess you will have to just follow this video based on what I provided already. But yes, I'm bringing a very in-depth review very shortly, so make sure that you stay tuned. And again, if you have any questions, you know exactly what to do. Just leave your comment below. Don't forget to check the link. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.